What's up everyone? Good morning. Welcome to another day here in Singapore. It is Monday, December 19th, and we are on our way to breakfast right now. The agenda for today is to explore the Civic District and Fort Canning Park, and then go back to the Marina Bay area and go to the Marina Bay Sands and all of that. See the ArtScience Museum, stuff like that. So now we're on the way to Killiney Kopitiam, and I read online that that's the best place to get kaya toast, which is the traditional Singaporean breakfast. So we're gonna try that right now. So we are here at Killiney Kopitiam, and we're just about to receive. Thank you. We just received our food. Here is the traditional kaya toast, and we also have some soft-boiled eggs over here. So usually you're supposed to get the kaya toast and dip it in the egg and then eat it. Yeah, so let's try it. I tried to crack an egg and I got it all over my hand. So today is starting off pretty well. Oh god, it's dripping. Oh god. Yeah. So this is where we are right now. So I just added, I think it was soy sauce and white pepper to the eggs, and then now I'm gonna get the toast, and you're supposed to dip it in the egg thing. So let's do that. Okay, so here is the egg thing. I can't show you because it's gonna spill. And then here's the toast. Dip it in. Let's try it. Wow, that is really good. The sauce that I added to the soy sauce has a kick to it, so that's pretty good. And then there's like butter or coconut jam in the middle of it, which makes it so flavorful. It's so good. Definitely come here if you're in Singapore. Killiney Kopitiam. 100% would recommend. So one thing you have to know about Singapore, guys, is that it is very expensive. It was recently voted one of the most expensive cities to live in the entire world. They get tied with New York City for #1. So, but the question is now, can you actually do this on a budget? Well, so far, I think we've been able to stick to our budget. There's definitely some expenses I didn't expect, such as like having to grab to Suntec City to buy clothes because my bag got left behind. But I think for the most part, we've been able to do it. I'll give you guys a budget breakdown at the end of this series, or maybe at the end of every video. I'm not 100% sure yet. That just shows if we were able to actually stay on budget or not. And also, we've been here for like 2 days, so I think it's too early to say anything yet, but I don't think you can do this city in 3 to 4 days. That does not seem possible. Like, whether the attractions are worth it or not, we're gonna see as the days go by. But so far I feel like you need at least 5 days to see this entire city, or at least see the highlights of it. So I don't know, but yeah, let's keep going and hopefully we have some fun today. So this was formerly known as Bukit Larangan, or Forbidden Hill, and Government Hill, and it was called Forbidden Hill because this used to be a burial ground, which is why most people thought it was haunted. This whole hill is 156 feet high, and ancient kings, I think, were buried here a long time ago. In 1822, Stamford Raffles, who was the founder of modern-day Singapore, actually had a residence on the top of this hill, and it became Fort Canning Park in 1981 after Lee Kuan Yew declared it so. So yeah, just a little bit of info for you guys. And now we're gonna go to the famous Instagram spot called the Park Tree Tunnel, the Fort Canning Park Tree Tunnel. Yes, that one. Okay, let's go. Pro tip, if you wanna like go to this Instagram spot, get here early. We're like the only ones here, and we can take as much time as we want taking pictures, which is great. Something really annoying also happened to us yesterday. We were on the way to Gardens by the Bay, and we bought EasyLink cards the day before so that we can reload them and everything. But when we tried to reload them to go to Gardens by the Bay, they weren't working. Like, we tried the machines and they just weren't working, so we went to the ticket office. And when we got there, the guy was like, you can't use this, you have to buy a new one, which is very scammy in my mind. Like, why would we have to buy a new one when we literally just bought one yesterday? But we had no choice, so we had to go to the store, get another one, spend another $5, and get another card, which is kind of, I don't know, that's a bit meh. But yeah, you live and you learn. But I just thought it was a bit scammy that literally the day after we bought the card, we couldn't use the card because of some machine breakdown, which just made absolutely no sense. But I'm not gonna think about it. I just wanted to get that out of the way. Just wanted to say it. But yeah, now we're gonna explore more of Fort Canning Park. So let's go. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's this weird like chirping noise. I have no idea where it's coming from, but it's pretty loud. So guys, don't believe Google Maps when it shows you that there's a lake in the middle of this park. There is, but you can't go to it. There's like fencing all around it. Sad. So there's not really much to do in this park. You can go to the battle box, just like this museum, but that kind of takes a while. So we're just kind of walking around. I don't know if I would recommend you guys do this. The views are kind of cool though, but is it worth spending time here? Probably not. There are probably better things you can do in Singapore. So this is, I would think, is the first dud of the trip. But I mean, it's pretty, but I don't know, maybe I'm not a park person. Oh, but the view, okay, I may take it back because the view is, oh, and that's Clark Quay over there. Interesting. So we're just kind of walking around now, trying to kill time because the museum that we're gonna go to opens at 10. But yeah, this is where we came up a while ago. Those stairs. So this thing behind me is actually a symbol of the fact that, like I said a while ago, this used to be a burial ground for ancient kings. So they just have kind of like a coffin over here that's supposed to symbolize the people who are buried here. Pretty cool, pretty interesting. And there's this whole plaque thing here that details the whole thing. It's crazy to think that people are actually buried here, and not just any people, like kings are buried here. It's pretty fascinating. So we've just come across a archaeological site. I think this used to be one of the houses that was up here, maybe. I think so. Yeah. So apparently this site is supposed to prove that before Stamford Raffles came here and created modern Singapore, there was actually a thriving civilization here, and it was all it had kings, it had so many citizens and everything. So there was actually basically a kingdom here before the British found it. So now we are leaving Fort Canning Park and we are making our way to the National Museum of Singapore. The National Museum of Singapore is, I think, Singapore's history museum. So we're gonna learn about the history of Singapore. It should be around the corner, like it's at the edge of the park, so it's not too far from where we are. I don't know if I'm allowed to take videos and pictures inside, so in case not, I will update you guys with how it all went. And also, I'm here to tell you that I actually bought tickets for this museum and the National Gallery through Klook, and it cost $26, so still within the budget. So it was like, so basically it's $13 per attraction, and normally you would pay, I think, like $20 per attraction, so you save a lot of money. If you're planning to go to both the National Gallery and the National Museum, I highly recommend going on Klook and looking at that deal, just so that you can save a little bit of money, or a lot of money actually, that can buy you food at hawker centers. So yeah, So it should be somewhere around here, so let's make our way over there. One thing you have to know about Singapore is that they really emphasize green spaces. They're like the trees, like 50% of the country is covered in green. So that's pretty impressive, and they're actually like trying to be actively sustainable. They're one of the only countries actually meeting the sustainable development goals, which is pretty impressive. And also they have these buildings that have like plants and trees growing on them, just to like really hammer down the fact that they want nature to be integral to the city and everything. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. I'm standing outside the National Museum of Singapore, which is Singapore's oldest museum. It actually started out as a library that was connected to like a public office, and then it became this entire huge museum. And as you can see, the building is very like neoclassical in its architecture and all of that. So yeah, let's head inside. But like I said, I don't know if I can take videos and pictures. Hopefully I can. If not, I'll just tell you guys about it afterward. And like I said a while ago, this costs, I think, $13 if you use the cloak voucher offer thing with the National Gallery. So if you want to save money, do that. But let's go. So the National Museum was really nice. Unfortunately, I wasn't allowed to take videos inside, so I'm just gonna show pictures as I'm talking. But it was so cool. So the first floor had like this Singapore history gallery area where it just detailed like the entire history of Singapore from like the 1400s, when it was like a Malay kingdom, all the way until like the Japanese occupation or the arrival of the British, and like modern day Singapore. And I think my favorite part was when they like detailed like how Singapore has grown since the end of World War II all the way until the present day. And also they had like really interesting tidbits about people who were like really important in Singapore's history, which I really liked. But the main thing for me that I really liked about this museum was the second floor. There was this thing called the glass rotunda. So you go inside and there's like these projections everywhere, and you go down this like ramp, this spiral like ramp like thing, and there's projections on the side. It was really, really pretty. Definitely would recommend you guys go to this museum. It was really informative, and I feel like, you know, whenever you go to a city, you have to like gain an understanding of the city you're going to, and I feel like going to a history museum is one way of doing that. So yeah, 100% would recommend. Again, if you want to save and buy cheap tickets, go on Klook for some of that. So I am here in Chijmes, which for those of you that don't know is like a renovated church, and it's now like an eatery. And this was also where they filmed Crazy Rich Asians, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm starving, so let's go find some food. So I got a, what did I get? A breakfast burger, which cost $18. So I don't know if we're staying within the budget or not. I'll compute this all at the end of the day and update you guys. $18 for this, I think no, with service charge it was $19.80. So it was $19.80. So hopefully this burger does not disappoint and that it's amazing. But yeah, I also couldn't resist and ordered 2 cookies. One was the sea salt sable cookie and the other one was the double chocolate chip cookie. Both of them amounting to $12.10. So we are not sticking to the budget right now. But again, like, it can be affordable if you just didn't buy the cookies like I did. But hopefully this place is really good though. Hopefully it's worth the money. If I didn't already mention it, this is a place called Glasshouse in Chijmes. Chijmes is like this area that used to have like a church. I think they filmed Crazy Rich Asians in front of it. I think I mentioned that a while ago. But yeah, and now there's just a bunch of restaurants all around it and stuff. So yeah. Okay, let's try the burger. I don't even know how to eat this. There's literally an egg on top of it. Oh my god. And just like that, it spilled all over my hand. Here it is. Let's go. Ah, very good. Really good. Bacon cooked to a crisp. The egg is really good. I like it. Now let's try the cookie. That is so good. It's very crunchy. I like it. So after that insanely good lunch, we are on our way to Merlion Park, which is at like the Marina Bay area. So yeah, we're gonna go there now. Look at that. We have Marina Bay there at the back. And then we have, where's the ArtScience Museum? Oh, it's over here. Not sure if you can see it over there. All the way over there. Pretty cool view. This is so nice. I wish it was not as cloudy, but also I do not like the heat. So I'm kind of grateful. I just hope it doesn't rain, but yeah, I mean, it's been drizzling a little bit, but nothing too bad. See the Singapore flyer there at the back. Pretty cool. And there's these like gates over here. It's pretty nice, I have to say. One Fullerton is over there. I really think that's the Formula 1 racetrack, although I'm not 100% sure. So I just wanted to update you guys. So Fort Canning Park, like I said, was a bit of a dud, but the National Museum was really great. So in thinking of is it possible to stay here more than 3 or 4 days, as of now I think it still is. Even if you remove Fort Canning Park, you still have at least 5 days worth of attractions to do here, not accounting like even the smaller ones that I wouldn't be able to do. So I still think as of now that it is worth staying here for a long time. Now in terms of the budget, we have not been doing good, guys. We have been failing. I'm not sure about yesterday. I'm gonna make I told myself I'll film a little outro to explain what happened yesterday in terms of finances wise, but today has not been, it's not great, especially because $13 went to the museum, and then we're gonna go up this Skypark, which is like $30, and then we had that big lunch, so I doubt we're gonna go really fit in the $100 range. But let's see. So the seawater smell just like hit us right now. But there's the Merlion. Do you see that structure back there? That was meant to be a durian shaped thing. Kind of looks like it, pretty accurate. Me for scale. Hey, May. So behind me is the Merlion, and that's actually Singapore's mascot. It has the head of a lion and the body of a fish. So the fish part pays tribute to Singapore's early history as a fishing village, while the lion part references Singapore, which is the original name of Singapore, which literally means the lion city. And yeah, it is not as tall as I thought it would be. Like I imagined it like maybe double in height, but still pretty cool. And you got this great view of Marina Bay, which is great. Now I have to do, like as every tourist does, the iconic picture here. Okay. I love that they created this little path over here so you can see the ArtScience Museum. Oh, sorry, the ArtScience Museum and Marina Bay Sands. Pretty neat. Now that we're done with that, we're gonna go to the Helix Bridge. Actually, this is the Jubilee Bridge, but we're going to the Helix Bridge right now. Should just be somewhere over there. Actually, you can see it from here. But yeah. We are at the Helix Bridge, which is this like cool cylindrical spiral. So this opened on July 24th, 2010, and they're actually canopies made up of steel and glass to shade people as they're walking through it. It has 4 viewing platforms. You can see there's one right over there. And there are colored letters on the ground that symbolize the different components of DNA, like I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this right, but like guanine, adenosine, stuff like that. So it's on the ground here, and these like lights. Pretty cool. But now we're heading over to Marina Bay. We're gonna go up or the ArtScience Museum, one or the other. Not sure yet. But yeah. So here's one of the viewing platforms where you can see out through. Oh my god, this is gorgeous. So one thing I noticed about Singapore is how clean everything is, and that's partially because they have like laws in place that, like, for example, ban littering or you'll get a fine. But I think the people of Singapore just really care about how their country looks like, because it is literally so pristine. No matter where you go, there's literally no trash anywhere. Like, it's pretty amazing how this entire country comes together just to make sure that its image is kept up, which is very admirable if you ask me. So I am at the ArtScience Museum currently. We're about to go inside Future World, which is like the main exhibition here. But it's worth noting that the ticket price for adults who are tourists is 23 Singapore dollars. So we really are not making our budget today, guys. I'm so sorry. But yeah, so we're gonna have some fun. I heard that this is a really fun exhibit, so I'm excited. we just came from the ArtScience Museum, as you could probably see. It was fun. Would I pay $23 to see it again? Probably not. But it was still fun. I still had a lot of fun. I love the coloring the fish, and then the little like obstacle course thing that you guys saw, and then like the room with the lights. That was really cool. But yeah, I had a really great time, and now we're gonna go to the Marina Bay Sands Skypark. Yeah, let's go. So now we're walking into the shops at Marina Bay. This is a mall. It's kind of full of mostly high-end stores, but they have a really good food court, which I think we're gonna try later. But now we're trying to get to the Skypark. You can go on like a sampan ride down here. You can see it. This is like the fanciest mall I've been in a while. Literally all the shops here are so expensive and totally out of my price range. I am never shopping here. But we're making our way to the Skypark. We just kind of got a little lost. All the signs seem to point like in different directions. Like we saw one sign saying to go this way, then another sign saying to go that way. It's been a whole thing. I think it's just trying to get us to the hotel and then to find our way from the hotel. But then yeah, it's just been very confusing. So we are in one of the lobbies of the Marina Bay Sands. Now we're just trying to find the entrance to the Skypark, which should be somewhere here because we're already at the hotel, so it's bound to be like right there. Yeah, all the rich and famous are here, and us. So there's that. So we are on the 56th floor of the Marina Bay Sands right now. It's a clear day, so you can see, I bet that's Malaysia all the way over there. Now a few things about the Marina Bay Sands. It's owned by the Las Vegas Sands, the people who made the same hotel in Las Vegas, obviously. And it's the world's most expensive standalone casino property, costing $6.88 billion US to make. There are 2,561 hotel rooms, a conference center, casinos, there's a theater, there's shops, there's literally everything you could ask for. And it was designed to look like a ship. Like this thing is supposed to look like a ship on top of these three buildings. And the buildings are curved like this to resemble decks of cards because, you know, it's also a casino. So yeah, let's go walk around this place. The view from up here is pretty great. I mean, look at that. Gardens by the Bay. The open ocean out there. I think that's the mouth of the Singapore River over here. I love how you can literally see all of Singapore from this one place. It's pretty amazing. Just so you guys know, if you guys want to do this, it costs 23 Singapore dollars to do this. And if you buy through Klook, it's gonna be a lot cheaper. Not a lot cheaper, maybe like a couple dollars cheaper, but a couple dollars, still a couple of dollars. I think it's still worth it. This view is really amazing. You got the Gardens by the Bay over here, then the Bay of Singapore. I think it's called the Bay of Singapore. Is it the Strait of Singapore? I have no idea. But it's like hundreds of ships. And then you can see the residential areas and the Singapore Flyer. On the other side, you can see the Central Business District. You could see Fort Canning Park, where we were earlier. You could see the Civic District and everything. It was really, really cool. I don't know, I'm just a sucker for a really good view. And when I see a really good view, I mean, if there's an opportunity to go to a really good view, I always take it. I don't know if you can see it behind me, but that's the infinity pool. That is my goal one day, to be able to afford to go to that infinity pool. If I can pay the $700 a night fee, but yeah, it's the highest infinity pool in the world. I think next time I come here, I want to go to this bar called C'est La Vie. Get a nice drink with a nice view. Perfect. We're back at the mall. Well, this isn't the mall. It's the lobby of the hotel. Pretty big, actually. It goes, oh my god, it's huge. Damn, look at that. This place is pretty nice. There's so many high-end stores, and like I said a while ago, I do not have the money to go to high-end stores, but I will window shop high-end stores. Yeah, okay, we're just trying to find a specific store, but hopefully it's somewhere around here. I'm not sure if I've said this before, but after going around Singapore these last 2 days, I've come to a realization, a good realization, that this is the perfect starter country. Now, what do I mean by starter country? Like, if you've never traveled before, if you want to like dip your toe into becoming a traveler, and not a tourist, but an actual traveler, this city could actually be one of the first countries you visit. Everyone speaks English. The metro system and bus system is easy to understand and everything. And you just like, it's just easy to go around. There are interesting things to see. You could get really good food. It's just an all-around destination, and yeah, it should be on every like starter travelers like list of places to go to. So I got an order of beef pepper rice. It's basically beef with like corn, rice, and these like really good sauces, and it tastes and smells amazing. Like, oh my god, this is one of my favorite things to eat back in the Philippines, and I could smell it when I entered, and I was like, I cannot pass that up. I have to eat it. But let's see, because the one I usually eat in the Philippines is called pepper lunch. So this is not really, it's basically pepper lunch, but also not. It's just like home. So that last meal actually cost me 9.7 Singapore dollars. I don't know how much I spent today yet. I'm gonna tally it all at the end for you guys. But yeah, hopefully I'm still within budget. You'll probably know if I'm within budget because it's gonna appear somewhere on the screen. But yeah, here's to hoping that I'm still under the $100 budget that I set for myself. So we just saw Spectra, and I was gonna film it, but the wind blew all the water towards me, and my camera got drenched, and I'm so scared that my microphone's not working anymore. Hopefully it still is, but yeah, that was an end to a very successful day, and now we're gonna go back to the hotel. Hey guys, so I am back in my hotel room and today was a really fun day. Starting with, the really awesome breakfast at Killiney Kopitiam, and then going to Fort Canning Park, and then going to the National Museum, which was my favorite part of the day. Well, was it my favorite part of the day? Yeah, that was my favorite part of the day. And then seeing, the Marina Bay area with the Helix Bridge and the Merlion, and getting to see the beautiful view from above the Marina Bay Sands was just so fun. But I guess you guys are wondering now if we were able to stay within budget for today. Now remember, for those of you who probably didn't see my other videos, I don't see why you would watch my other videos and then not see this, but okay. I said that I would try to do Singapore and do all the attractions, all the famous attractions, and eat all the good food and see if you can actually spend less than $100. So here are my expenses, like as is gonna be the norm throughout these days. There's already a minus 42 on the $100 price tag because my hostel cost $42, which is already a lot of money. Yeah. So first thing I spent on was the bus going to Killiney Kopitiam. That was 0.95 cents. And then we have the food at Killiney Kopitiam itself, which was $5.13. And then we have my admission to the National Museum, which was $13. Then we have my lunch at Glasshouse Coffee. That was $19.8 for my burger and $6.05 for the cookies that I got. Then we have a $0.95 expense for the bus going to the Merlion. Then we have $23 for the ArtScience Museum, $23 for the Marina Bay Sands Skypark, $9.7 for dinner, and $0.95 for the MRT ride going back to my hostel. So in total, that amounts to $145.53, meaning we were $45.53 over budget today. And I guess this can't be helped. I mean, I could have bought cheaper food, especially at Glasshouse, but even still, attractions alone, we would have already surpassed this budget. So sometimes the really good stuff that you want to do in a certain country, you will have to pay for it, and sometimes it sucks, but sometimes it's great. Well, that's all that I have for you guys today, because tomorrow we're gonna be exploring more districts. First, we're gonna go to Juchat, then we're gonna go to Little India, then we're gonna go to Kampong Glam, then we're gonna go on a riverboat cruise down the Singapore River, and we're gonna end the day with night safari, which is gonna be so fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, hit the subscribe and like button down there. My last videos are to my left and my right somewhere. Follow me on all my social media, that's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Links will be down below. Visit my website at Passport Perspective. Until next time guys, see ya!